G'day leaders. Welcome to season 2 of Captain and the Clown. We took a hiatus so that we could concentrate on Michelle's book, which is now released, and we talk about it in this podcast. We also talk about an upcoming workshop that we're going to be running in Bali next year on confidence and anti-fragility. But in the meantime, we talk about the lessons from writing Michelle's book, or the lessons on getting Michelle's book published as well, and why one bite at a time is the way you achieve anything. Enjoy.
Why did it count backwards? I know that we're now recording.
What? Hello, Captain.
What do I?
Come fly with me. Let's fly away.
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know. So, leadership, life, and everything else.
Yeah.
And we're live, finally.
We
it's
are.
About time.
It's been a
about
while.
time.
It's been a minute.
You didn't say we're not live.
We're live right now.
We are live right now. And in Bali.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Life's tough, hey?
It is tough.
Ubud.
Yeah. Over here, we found the destination for our workshop, which we'll be running next year.
No one knows about the workshop
I know.
yet.
Well, let's tell them now.
Okay.
Okay, so next year, because my book will be closer to publication. It's
Yes.
on confidence,
Yes.
taking the con
Very
out
exciting.
of confidence.
Yes.
Still working on the title. So True Confidence is the current title. But and we're also going to be teaching anti-fragility in that workshop.
And confidence, yeah.
And confidence,
Yeah. So
confidence and anti-fragility.
3.5 days we've worked out so far, haven't
Yes, so we've got the content sorted for 3.5 days, but
Yes.
we might be extending or shortening, depending on how long people think that they can come over here and learn.
we? Yeah.
Well,
What
very
a place
exciting.
to do it. Yes.
But this podcast is about your book,
Lady MacGyver.
Lady MacGyver.
Yes.
And bestseller. So bestseller on which list on Amazon? Aviation Engineers.
Aviation Engineers.
How exciting is that? But then
Thanks, people. I love
yeah,
you too.
And then
Love
bestseller at
SNGB.
WHS
Yes.
at the bookstore at the airport as well.
Yes, it was on the bestsellers stand. I was very excited. I met the book buyer there, and she was saying, yes, it's been a bestseller. So very excited.
It's very exciting. So okay, we're finally recording again. So we're going to call this season 2 of Captain and the Clown podcast.
I think so.
Yeah, because we had a lot going on, so we put a pause to the recordings. We were experimenting with video, but most of our listeners listen to us in audio, and they don't really want to see us.
I know. I think that's probably, if we're being honest, the real reason why we haven't recorded for so long is that pressure to video when
Yeah, we're getting a lot of people coming to us saying, "Oh, you've got to have video so you can promote it on social media." But yeah, we're more of a slow burn with regards to our promotion. If people find us and start listening, that's great. But we don't want to go down the path of Diary of a CEO, where we're putting things on social media every day to drive listening.
No.
Yeah,
No.
maybe one day.
One day.
Yeah, we just enjoy sharing the knowledge.
Yes, that's right.
So this episode's going to be about your journey with your book, but what people can learn, what we learned during that journey, because it was a 2-year journey.
Yes, just over 2 years.
Yeah.
For Lady MacGyver.
And I've been writing books for years, and one of the things, I think we may have spoken about this on another podcast, but I saw it as a big thing. And when you see things as big, you tend to put them off.
Yes.
You put them off because your brain thinks, that's
It's
daunting.
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's going to take too much of my energy, which is what a large percentage of procrastination is all about. You put off things that your body thinks would take too much of your precious energy.
It's too hard.
It's too hard as well, so you fear failure.
Yes.
But-
I used to be of the belief I was an ideas person.
Yeah.
Came up with all the
I've
ideas.
met lots of ideas persons where they go, I've got all these great ideas, but yeah, so I'm not the
Executions, yeah.
execution. I'm not the person who executes, but they're basically procrastinating because they have these big ideas, but they don't then turn it into actions. And the way you do that is by doing what?
Small, like doing small actions.
Small
Yeah.
actions,
Small
breaking things
steps.
down. Yeah.
That's
So with your book, every morning we sat out the front of the office with a coffee.
Yes.
You told a story. I recorded it. We
Yes.
transcribed it. You then put aviation terms around it and made it more
Corrected
accurate.
it. Yeah,
Corrected
yeah.
it.
Took out my ums and ahs and
Yeah, well, they weren't in the written version.
No.
There's a few of them in the audio version.
yeah.
And then, slowly by slowly, your book emerged.
It did, and it was actually I really enjoyed the process. Yes, it's lovely to have holding a book at the end, but I will treasure the process. That process. It was just being able to, have a coffee out the front.
Tell a
story to
Record
you
it.
conversationally,
Yeah.
whilst it's being recorded, and then get into the editing part.
I think that was the beauty of it, listening to them in conversational style, and then having them transcribed into a chapter. So it's already written as a story. So each individual chapter in your book is a story, isn't it?
Yeah. So actually, I got a compliment from one of the crew, the flight crew, the captain on board our flight over on Monday night, and he had a read of it, and he said he actually enjoyed the fact that they were like snack bite-sized stories, and he was flicking around. He said, I could see that it was obviously, chronological.
Yeah.
But he flipped straight to the Virgin Captain section straight away.
Yeah. Because he was one of your fellow Virgin
that's
captains.
Right. Yes, we used to fly together. And then he said, he started flicking around, and whichever one kind of tickled his fancy, the title, he had a look at that, and so he has a copy, and he said he's going to read it from cover to cover.
Yeah. And we've had so much wonderful feedback about your book, Lady MacGyver, out now in all good bookstores. And
that's right, online.
The feedback has been that people go on an emotional journey with it, and that's one of the best things I like hearing about it, is that people have cried, they've laughed, they've got angry, they've got sad, it's been
inspired.
Yeah, I've learned. And I love hearing that, because obviously I know the book very, very well, having been on the journey with you. It is inspiring to listen to your stories, Michelle, and I know you're quite humble, and we haven't shared many of your stories on this podcast, but I think we should start. I think we should start. Maybe we can release one little story today.
We could.
We could. Anyway,
this is impromptu.
Yeah, it is impromptu. But let's go back to what we wanted to be talking about. So breaking things down. So, is there anything else that you've achieved in your life where you would consider the fact that it was originally daunting because it was big, but you broke it down into small chunks, and as a result, you achieved something? I can give you my story. I think I've already told this story on this podcast, but I'll do it again. I don't care.
Sure.
This is for the people who haven't heard the story. I bought a house in Sydney many years ago, and the people who had sold it to me had renovated it to sell. Renovating it to sell is different to renovating it to live in. And
I bought one of those.
Yeah. So we had plugs in the wall that had no wiring behind them, Ethernet plugs. We had a bathroom with no waterproofing. And then the front deck, the porch on the front of the house, it's only a small one. Instead of ripping up the old deck, they just put new wood on top of old wood, and it was rotting.
Yep.
And I think this was the first winter in that house. And I came home and noticed that there was mushrooms growing in between the boards. And so I noticed, and then I took a closer look, and they'd obviously just put new wood on top of old wood. So there was no air coming, no drainage for any water. And I went in the house and wrote on my big list of things to fix around this fully renovated house was build a deck. And every time I looked at it, it stressed me, because, as you know now, I'm useless, Michelle. I'm not like you. I'm
not useless.
Well, I considered myself useless. I couldn't build anything, and you're the polymath in this relationship. You can do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, she can weld. She can paint. She's got all the skills, but I didn't have any. So I'm looking at this list of things to fix around the house, and we couldn't find the builder, couldn't find the owner, and so it was really stressing me. But then I teach this stuff, so I came home one day and took that big list of things to fix around the house off the wall. Oh, we've got someone next door. And that happens when you're in a beautiful resort in Ubud, Bali.
Yes.
Anyway, so I took this list off the wall, and I instead of it being build a deck, which is a big, daunting, scary task, I broke it down into a project plan. And the first step was watch YouTube, learn how to build a deck. The second step was probably the most fruitful. Call a friend and ask him to come over from Adelaide and help. And
one who's also a polymath.
He's a polymath. Yeah. He can do anything. And then, measure up the deck, order the wood, cut the bearers, cut the joists, and 6 weeks later there's a deck on the front of the house. It's a checklist. But if it's a big thing, build a deck, it's daunting, it's scary. But if it's lots of little things are easy. Which is, I guess, the journey you went on with your book.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I thought writing the book would be the hardest part of it.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been. And I learnt so much in myself, and because even when I thought I was finished the fully edited version of the book, I was very fortunate. I had it edited by your niece, Talia, and who has what's her qualification?
She's got a degree in literature.
Yes. Yeah. And then Sarah Newton-John, Olivia Newton-John's sister.
Yeah.
She edited the book, and I thought it was all ready to go. But on me, and I own this, is that I had trusted and hadn't actually read over properly the edited version after it came back from the editor.
Yeah.
And I skimmed.
Yeah.
And only when I was narrating my book for the audio version did I notice that some things didn't make sense. and it was
like planes being flown without a pilot.
Well, no, it just aviation terms had been changed, and the language I had used had been changed without an aviation background understanding, and I hadn't picked it up until I was reading it word for word. So that was a lesson for me. And I was very fortunate that the lady who was her audio company, she let me redo as I was like, oh, this doesn't make sense. I need to rewrite these bits. And
that was still before the release of the fully edited book. Yeah,
before the book. Yeah. So I was then able to.
So it was fortuitous that you recorded the audio version before releasing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So and I do take that as a lesson on me, not to be lazy and to assume, what do they say, make an ass of me and you, but Then once that, there's the cover design, and I had to release the grip a little on that as well because, yes, I've done art and design.
Oh, you're an incredibly talented
I know what
artist.
I like, but, when it comes to, I also need to trust professionals.
Yeah.
Then, the whole releasing it to the publisher and getting them to do it, it has been a big lesson.
Yeah.
One that, I'm very grateful.
It was also your first time writing and publishing a book. So
absolutely. And next time I'd like to say it will be so much different.
Well, it will, because the second time you do anything is with more knowledge. That's how you get good at anything. Breaking big things down into small things makes them easier. And if you look at all the little steps being easy, you realize that everything that we typically say is hard is actually not hard. It's easy. It's just easier not to do it.
Yeah.
And the reason why you don't do it is because you think it's big and you think it's hard, but that's because you're looking at it as its entirety rather than its component parts.
That's right. I like how you say that. Easy or easier, not easy and hard.
Yeah. We're going to reserve hard for hard things like climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah. Going to the gym isn't hard. It's easy to go to the gym, but it's just easier not to go to the gym.
Yes. Yeah, so a lot of people in our industry, the professional development industry, have said, well, me growing up listening to all the experts say that breaking habits is hard.
No.
And I vehemently, is that the right word? Vehemently?
It's spelled vehemently.
I prefer your pronunciation because I know it's correct. Vehemently disagree with breaking habits is hard. It's not hard. It's easy. It's just easier not to. If we say that it's hard, we're actually making it difficult for our brains, because when we label something as hard, our brain now needs to make it hard for that to be correct. Our subconscious mind is listening to every instruction we give it without questioning the validity, the accuracy, or the helpfulness of the program that we personally put into it. So if we say something is hard so that we can be correct, our brain will now make it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look for all of the aspects of it that seem hard rather than looking for all of the aspects of it that seem easy. And if you label it as hard and big, your brain doesn't want to then break it down into small chunks. It has to leave it as a whole thing to justify why you called it hard in the first place. So big things become easy when you break them down into small things.
Yeah.
Well, what did Lao Tzu say about the longest journey? It begins with
a step.
A single step.
Yes.
Yes. How do you eat an elephant, Michelle?
One bite at a time.
You don't eat elephants.
You start at the toenails.
You start at the toenails. No, you don't eat elephants. But yeah, big things become easy when you make them into small things.
Yeah.
What else did we learn going through? I guess patience was something else we learned.
Absolutely, because it doesn't happen on my time. It was a little bit of a lesson as well that, as you say, impatience, because, yes, the publisher has many book projects happening, not just mine. So we hurry up and wait.
We need to let things unfold. So work hard. I think the lesson was work hard, do your bit, but things will unfold around you.
We had a saying in aviation is hurry up and wait. So you'd get prepared and then you'd wait.
I like that. So hurry up and wait. So get prepared, do your bit, do what needs to be done, and then wait.
You're ready.
Yeah, you're ready, and be patient with those around you. But the fact that you're ready will also put pressure on those around you, I guess.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. If you say, I've done my bit, have you done yours? Yeah. No? Okay.
Quite often they're not even there.
Well, I think we should talk a little bit more about this retreat. Or what are we going to call it? A workshop? Retreat? Workshop?
Yeah.
It's not a retreat.
A reset?
A reset, yeah. So it's going to be targeted at leaders, but really anyone can attend because...
everyone's a leader. Anyone who's an older sibling,
who
is a parent, who has someone in their charge or, they're a leader.
Well, they set an example for others.
Yeah.
But we're really targeting at people who want to learn the difference between what I call contextual confidence and true confidence.
Yeah.
So the book that I'm writing and releasing hopefully next year is about. I'm calling it true confidence. I think that's the title I've landed on. So I've noticed that most people develop what's called contextual confidence. So contextual confidence is when you're good at something, you know something, so you've got skills, knowledge or experience in a particular area, and that makes you confident in that area.
Yes, like juggling.
Like juggling, yeah. So I'm confident I can pick up 3 things and juggle them. That doesn't make me a confident person. That makes me a confident juggler.
Whereas I am confident that I am not good at juggling.
Which is another form of confidence.
Correct.
Confident in what you know you can't do. So contextual confidence was something that I worked hard to get, but it didn't make me a confident human being. And so the book is going to be very much around the difference between contextual and true confidence. So I've got this formula that I've finally put together, and it's all making sense in my brain now. Been working on this for many, many years. But so that's going to be one of the components of this
reset retreat,
reset workshop. And then the other one is going to be anti-fragility, which is a topic that we spend a lot of time training and speaking on.
Yes.
So we've spoken about anti-fragility in our podcast before.
We have, yeah. And so it's just that it's a lot of it is reframing the fact that, we're humans and life is meant to be, not meant to be, what a silly statement that is. Life has moments where they're challenging. Yeah, setbacks.
It has challenges.
And that is life. That's, even being born is a challenge.
Yep.
And that's what makes us stronger, what makes us keep going.
I'll do a quick side note here.
Go for it.
So the Vedic and Buddhist descriptions of self, and I think this is from Vedic teachings, is that self is the source of all suffering.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. We put ourselves through it, don't we?
Yeah, and they talk about it being attachment, but in our teachings we talk about it's not attachment, it's expectations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expectations not being met. Oh, that's one of them anyway. So the anti-fragility part of it is about helping people not just build resilience and coping with modern day stress, but it's going beyond. It's whereby every adversity is an opportunity to grow. You come back stronger.
And that's not just personally, it's also in business. It's in all aspects of human.
Yeah.
So we show you techniques to identify it, how to rewire, rewrite, and then use it as your superpower, as your strength, and just the innovation and change of thinking. We've seen some amazing. I'm going to say transformation. It's probably the wrong word, but
it's a bit cliched now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I prefer that. Yeah.
So
a full transformation. Yeah, and so I want to talk about a client I'm currently coaching. I think I told you the story, but I'll tell our listeners. So he's a very successful businessman. He grew up in South Africa, and he came to Australia. He's the owner of a very successful business. He has a great relationship. He has a beautiful property with horses, and he's got everything he wants. So growing up, he had an idea of what he wanted to achieve and what he wanted out of his life.
Yep.
And he's achieved those things. And I was coaching him the other day, and he said, look, my family back home are in constant, real danger.
Yeah.
But they're not stressed like I am. I'm more stressed than them. Can you help me understand that? And I said, absolutely, I can. So modern humans are more stressed than our ancestors. And the reason why we're more stressed than our ancestors is because their danger went away. So if you're being chased by a lion or a tiger, you escape that lion or tiger, the danger's gone.
Yes.
Yes, you obviously have to be wary.
And then it goes.
It comes and then it goes.
Yeah.
Or you're hungry and you find food, you eat.
Yes.
So the stresses of our ancestors were real.
Yes.
Real danger, real physical danger, survival. But once the danger went away, you no longer needed to stress about it.
It too shall pass.
It too shall pass. And it did in the past. Modern stressors, so everyone is stressed. Everyone talks about being stressed. Everyone's busy. And we constantly hear the same messaging in all of our corporate clients. Everyone's saying, I'm busy, I'm stressed, And you think about it, we live in the best era of humanity. We are safer. We have more
food,
we have
shelter,
more food and shelter.
safety,
We've got everything we need. But the difference between our ancestors and us and my client and his family's danger goes away.
As soon as they close the door.
As soon as they lock their door.
Yeah.
But his doesn't leave him ever, because the modern stressor is not physical danger. It's emotional danger. And so you've got to speak to that employee tomorrow. You've got to have that challenging conversation with your customer next week.
You've got a performance review.
You've got to pay that bill. So these things aren't physical dangers. They're emotional dangers, and they never go away, because you go home at the end of the day and your brain will keep reminding you, don't forget about that conversation tomorrow. Don't forget about that invoice you've got to pay. It never leaves us. And it's because...
we even set reminders.
Yeah, we set reminders for them.
In case we do forget.
And if we put them on a to-do list, that to-do list keeps whacking us over on the top of our head when we're at home and we should be, with our loved ones. And then all of a sudden your brain's going, don't forget about that thing you're going to do tomorrow at 9:00.
Yeah.
And the reason why that's doing it, there's actually something we teach in the time management course around this, but it's because that's the danger. That's the modern day danger, and it doesn't go away. It's always there. It's always in the background of our head. And so next year, when we run this retreat over here in beautiful Bali and in this gorgeous resort up in Ubud.
The most amazing conference room.
It's a beautiful space here.
Yeah. Beautiful
so
people.
We're going to help people learn how to move away from just having contextual confidence, the confidence that we get by being good at things and having knowledge and skills, etc., moving towards true confidence. And we're also going to help them achieve anti-fragility.
Anti-fragile thinking.
Anti-fragile thinking, where we can move beyond modern day stress.
Yeah.
And
help your employees, help your team also move beyond that. So there's, we all know the victims, which, everyone's adversity is real to them, whatever it is. Yeah. And your adversity, I may disregard as not something to be worried about for me, and vice versa. But having the ability to help others move from that in a positive way, not only for themselves, but in business, for the team, for the company, for the their own well-being.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a really important gift.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to running that workshop, especially letting people know, the first people know what's in my book. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes. They'll get a copy, and if it's out, they'll get a copy of Lady MacGyver.
I'll give them an advanced reader copy, just like you did with your book.
Yes.
An ARC. We now know what ARC stands for.
Yes, all the acronyms. Advanced
Reader Copy. Not yet published, but here's what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Before it's fully edited and released. Okay, so let's summarize. Break things down.
Okay, yes. So things aren't hard; they're easy.
It's just easier not to. Easier not to.
Make small bite-sized chunks of that elephant.
Yes.
And
be prepared and be patient. What was?
Yeah. No, hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. Yes. Yeah. Don't eat elephants. And turn big things into small things.
Get your copy of Lady MacGyver online, bookstores. It's ebook. There's audiobook narrated by moi, and there's also some really bad singing in it, also by me. And
I love the fact that you sing in the book.
Yes.
Come fly with me.
That's
Is that
it.
What you're
that's
singing?
that's the one. And more information's coming as we write it about the reset retreat.
Yeah, reset retreat. Yeah, well, that's the title we're going with at the moment. It might change, but I like that, reset retreat, or confident anti-fragile retreat. Or we'll get there. Anyway, so good to be recording again, Michelle.
Yes.
Do we give a shout out to our sponsors that still haven't reached out? Bollinger, we are waiting.
And
Lind, yeah, we're still enjoying your fine chocolates, but absolutely. a little bit of a.
I have to say, I've diverted slightly to Hague's.
Have you? Hague's peppermint
Australian,
frogs.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe we should reach out to them and say, hey, look, Lint has let us down. They haven't.
I spend a lot of money to get that free sample every time from Hague's.
Yeah, you're going to love the free sample. When they go, would you like a free sample?
So free.
Am I here for any other reason?
That's right.
Peppermint, yeah, Hague's peppermint frogs. I never know if it's a silent G or not. Hague's peppermint frogs are the best thing, aren't they?
Yes.
And they do dark and milk chocolate. Anyway, so Lind, if you don't want us to talk about Hague's, please reach out. We're still waiting.
Give us some balls.
Yeah, and Bose headphones. I wouldn't mind a new pair. Yeah, the old one's getting a bit old now. Anyway.
But yes, welcome back.
Yes, good to be recording again with you, Michelle.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
You're such a clown.
The clown captain.
Lady captain. There we go.
And who's going to listen to this? Maybe our mums.
Thanks, Mum.